पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Okay. So now we'll go to our Aparokshanubhuti and we will try to find verse number 1 is on which page? Okay. 22.
102.
No,
22.
verse 1.
Verse 1.
Yeah. Not 8.
1 is 22.
Yes.
22.
Shri
One
Harim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram.
Shri Hari
Harim
Paramanandam
Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram
Vyapakam sarvalokanam Karanam tam namamyaham.
Vyapakam sarvalokanam Karanam tam namamyaham.
Aparokshanubhutirvai Prochate moksha siddhaye.
Aparokshata
That is
Anubhuti
Aparokshanubhuti vai Prochate moksha siddhaye.
Sadbireva prayatnena
Satvireva prayatnena
Vikshaniya muhurmuhu.
Vikshaniya muhurmuhu.
Page 44.
Swavarna.
Yeah, page 44. Huh? Let Sarujanti also find it. Will ya?
44.
Swavarnashrama dharmena
Swavarnashrama
tapasa haritoshanat
tapasa haritoshana
sadhanam prabhavet pumsam
Sadhanam
prabhavet pumsam
vairagyadi chatushtayam.
Vairagyadi Chatushtatam.
Good. Now we will go to our
102.
53.
no, we'll go to, as he says, 53.
The 53 is verse 4. We'll do all.
No, we don't want 4. We don't want 4.
102 पे 8 है, verse 8.
No, we don't want verse 8 either. We'll go to verse number 6.
Okay.
That is page number 72.
Yes.
Yeah. Sadaiva vasana tyagaha
Sadaiva vasana tyaga
shamoyam miti shabditaha
shamoyam mitishabditaha
tigraho bahya vrittinam
Nigraho bahya vrittinam
dama ityabhidhiyate.
dhamma ityabhidhiyate.
Page 83. Page 83. Yeah. मिल गया? विषयेभ्यः विषयेभ्यः परावृत्तिः
विषयेभ्यः परावृत्तिः
परमो परतिर्हि सा
परमो परतिर्हि सा
सहनं सर्वदुःखानां
सहनं सर्वदुःखानां
तितिक्षा सा शुभा मता.
तितिक्षा सा शुभा मता.
Yes. Now we have come to something interesting where I will ask your participation. Okay. So the thing is, which values and attributes are involved in titiksha? Now that we have done this titiksha thing, which values and attitudes do you think are involved in titiksha? So I will get out of this mode. come here so that I can enter as you tell, you know. Just normally, just use your, don't have to look at the book. Just whatever you have understood of titiksha, कि कौन से values इसमें काम आएगा.
No, in the absence of
Sense.
sorrow, I mean,
Sense of-
you have got no desire, you see, absence of desire.
Absence of desire. Okay, I didn't think of that.
Tolerance.
Okay, you are one other person is saying tolerance. Okay, very good. Anybody else wants to contribute? And what attitudes do you think will be very helpful for titiksha?
Dikshan, the peace of mind, that tranquility.
That I will put as a value. Okay, peace is a value.
Yes.
Okay, it's a value that we have. Just like titiksha is a value that we will have. And for that, other values are important, like she said, tolerance. You are saying peace.
Shraddha. Shraddha.
Shraddha. What is the Shraddha? Which kind? Shraddha.
So, on that day we read Shraddha in the Shastra, in the words of the Guru, our teacher.
No. Here we are talking about titiksha specifically, which will help for a person to endure hardship. Somebody is going through some hardship, okay? And so they want to be able to endure it. Hardship means which they can't change. It could be anything. It could be a financial hardship, it could be an emotional hardship, it could be a physical hardship in the body. It is, so what kind of attitudes will help over here? Just
you
to help us.
Positive.
You should not retaliate for.
No, that is the meaning of titiksha. We are not talking about the meaning of titiksha. We're talking about which attitude will be helpful. Okay, I will give you a, like she said, Shraddha. So I'll say Shraddha in Ishvara. What kind of Shraddha in Ishvara? That Ishvara is a,
No, he is like our parent. So whatever he is doing, he is doing for our good.
Ishvara is our Suhrid. He is a well-wisher.
Yes.
Yeah, this is an attitude that we have, that Ishvara is our well-wisher. Just one sec, okay? Fell in love with this. Would you like it? Hey, Bhagwan. I'll just write to her in class. Oh, this is a very tough, you know, when I have to understand my screen now. Okay. So, Shraddha in Ishvara is well-wisher. What other attitude will be there, or other piece of knowledge which will help?
Ishvara is very compassionate and good,
Yeah, compassionate.
and for our welfare.
Yeah, well-wisher. I've written that on the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
And whatever is the situation, it is grace from the God.
Okay, that is our Shraddha.
Okay.
Grace from God. That is also part of the Shraddha. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I will give one. That our attitude is that life is for learning. Okay, and our own self-growth. It's a very important attitude. So in the hardship itself, you will look for what can I learn from this. Life is for learning. Okay. Then Ishvara is another piece of information which will be helpful is Ishvara is karma phala data. So these are connected. Shraddha and Ishvara being our well-wisher, and then Ishvara is the karma phala data. So this must be, it is just. So whatever I'm going through is how it is meant to be. I don't have to blame anybody, iti.
Yeah. And Ishvara is not our enemy. He is Suhrit.
Yeah. He
He always, whatever is, Acha, it is written.
Yeah, it is written there.
Mm.
Then, is Shraddha. Then I would say acceptance.
We should not
All
take
of this
fear.
becomes acceptance of prarabdha karma.
Yes. Acceptance.
Even actually Shraddha and prarabdha karma, we also need Shraddha. In karma theory only. Yeah, acceptance of prarabdha karma. Then, okay, now I'm coming to a very important value. Okay. Now, all these which are being told, Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatihi, all of these are values which Shastra is saying that this is what Adhikari is. Adhikari will have all these. For us to become Adhikaris, we choose these values. We say that this will be our value. Right? So, if we choose these values, then we have a commitment to oneself. This value is a very, very important value. Whenever the topic of values come, this commitment to oneself. What does that mean, commitment to oneself? Supposing I decide that I choose my choice. I choose that I am going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My choice. So now I have made a commitment to who? To myself.
Myself, yes.
No. So since it's a commitment to myself, I keep that commitment. I try my very best to keep that commitment. Similarly, for following the value of titiksha, we will need this value of commitment. Commitment to oneself. In any value, actually, this is very important. You say this is the first value, commitment to oneself. After that, I choose values. I choose that, okay, I want honesty. I choose honesty. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose responsibility. Whatever values we choose, it's up to us. Eh? But each of them, once we choose, they are a commitment to ourselves. And that commitment, because I must honor, because it is to myself. Yeah. So in the following of any value, commitment to oneself will be there. If I break that commitment, what will happen? There will be conflict in my mind because I chose the value. So commitment to oneself will also be there. Okay. So let me see. I had created another slide. Yeah. Acceptance to prasada buddhi, commitment to oneself. Okay. This is complete. Okay. Now I'll come to up till now. Now this is up to you all. Summary of sadhana chatushtaya so far. What we have done. Viveka vikam, vairagya, samadhi, shatka, sampattihi, shama, dama, uparati, titiksha. So far we have come. Next topic will be Shraddha. So just you all tell me quickly, what is Viveka?
In Nitya, difference between the Nitya, what is Nitya and what is the Nitya between the
What is
self?
Nitya according to Vedanta?
Means self and non-self.
Yeah, but what? So self is Nitya.
The self is Nitya, the other things are all Nitya. Except self, there is the thing, as per the Vedanta.
Yeah, as per Vedanta, self is Nitya. And non-self, what comes under non-self?
Rest everything what is objectified in this world.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, non-self includes body, mind.
So for that matter, everything except
Yeah,
except
but I said body, mind because that's very intimate for us. That's why I said includes. Yeah, when we say everything, everything. Okay, everything other than self. Okay, what is Vairagya?
Vairagya means once you have this vivek, so you will automatically have about the anitya, you will have a vairagya automatically. I think so.
So I will call Vairagya as freedom from emotional dependence.
Yes.
Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Some people call it as attachment, but I think emotional dependence is more descriptive. Now, Shamadhi Shatka Sampati. What is Shama?
What is Shama means? The tranquility of mind, peace of mind.
We'll go by Tattva Bodha. Mastery over mind. Mano Nigraha. Tranquility, which comes out of that. Result is tranquility. Dhamma.
Dhamma is, I mean, you have got control over your external organs. I mean, your sense organs and organs of action both.
Sense organs. Sense over organs of action. Yeah.
Yes.
Then Uparati. Tranquility, which is the abiding in tranquility.
So that is what
we are still making an effort.
Swamiji has written that in the end of Tatiksha Uparati, he has written it is Sama, almost like a Sama.
It is the difference he pointed out also. In Shama, we are making an effort. In Uparati, it is abiding in the tranquility. Okay, the person is now tranquil. So, abiding in tranquility.
Again, about the external objects, isn't it?
With reference to everything, is abiding in tranquility. Even internal objects don't disturb him. You know, he is Antakarna Shuddhi is quite complete for the fellow. Titiksha.
Sahan Shakti.
Sahan Shakti.
Sahan Shakti. Endurance. Endurance. Power. Power of endurance. Okay.
Or pair of opposite answers. Yeah? Although you didn't agree with that Sardi, Garmi and all, but I don't know, Swamiji has written that pair of opposite if you have both. I mean, you
pair
are
of
some.
opposites, it's correct. But only over those things, endurance, what will you endure? You will endure those things which you cannot change. Supposing you are very poor and you don't have an AC, you will endure the heat.
Rather, I will enjoy it rather.
You will endure it. And you can enjoy it also, right?
It is only money will be not sleeping, but I will be sleeping outside among the mosquitoes.
Exactly.
Among the mosquitoes also.
Go to the balcony and sleep. Right?
Yes, yes.
In a net, otherwise mosquitoes will chew you up. Other three we will see after we do it. Okay, so now we'll come to today's topic. Okay. So Vigama, we are looking at this. Vigamacharya Vakyeshu Bhakti Shraddeti Vishruta Chittaikagryam tu Sanlakshe Samadhanam iti smrita. Okay, that we saw. So devotion towards the words of the teacher and the scriptures is Shraddha. This is what is heard from the wise. Single-pointedness of the mind with Brahman as the target is known as samadhanam. Now, Swamiji will take the topic of Shraddha, which is quite beautifully done. Okay? And so we will have Bhatti uncle starting that. Yes. Bhatti uncle, you can start and you can. Bhakti is Shraddha and trust in Pramana is implicit.
Bhakti is Shraddha. The teacher says that Bhakti is implicit trust in the words of Acharya, teacher, and Nigma, scriptures. In other words, it is implicit faith in the truthfulness of the words of teacher and the scriptures. Trust that what is revealed by the scriptures and communicated by the teacher is true. This is Shraddha. With
trust in a
pramana is implicit. Vedanta is a pramana, means of knowledge. To understand what Shraddha is, we can examine the relationship that we have with the pramanas available to us. For example, we perceive the objects of the world with 5 organs of perception.
Uncle, 1 minute. Sarojanti, we are on page 103.
Okay.
103 on the top.
Okay.
Okay. For example,
when you are listening to the Swamiji speak, for example, you don't question what your ears are telling you. Without any resistance, you accept them as true. Whatever the information your ears are giving, or if your eyes are telling you that the right now Swamiji is sitting here, you don't question them. You have taken for granted that what the eyes, ears, other organs of perception are telling you is true. Sometimes a doubt is created when you see one thing and somebody is telling you that it is something else. Then you may go for an eye checkup because the eyes have developed some defect. Because of that, you may question what the eyes are seeing. Otherwise, as long as the eyes or ears are nirdosha, free of defects, you have implicit faith, trust that what they are telling you is true. This is very important because the attitude you have in your relationship with the sense organs as your pramanas is called Shraddha.
Yeah, just 1 minute. What does pramana mean?
Praman means of knowledge.
Exactly. So eyes are your means of knowledge, ears are your means of knowledge, nose is means of knowledge, tongue is means of knowledge. So just as we trust our eyes, our ears, our nose, our tongue, our skin to be giving us correct knowledge, we are trusting in that. In the same way, Shastra is a means of knowledge. Because unless we get the, otherwise we'll keep wondering what is this pramana Swamiji talk. So, in the same way that we trust our eyes and ears and nose, etc., as the sadhan for getting knowledge, in the same way we trust Shastra as a sadhan for gaining self-knowledge. Okay.
Similarly, when the scriptures say that you are Brahman, what is Brahman? An implicit faith arises in me. There is no resistance. Just as I do not question when the eyes tell me that what color a thing is. When my eyes say this is orange, I don't say, no, this cannot be orange. My buddhi says this is blue. It cannot be orange. Even if buddhi says that who will verify this statement anyway? The eyes alone can verify because the eyes are only pramanas for color.
Yeah.
The buddhi cannot verify it. The only valid means of knowledge to reveal colors is the eyes. My ears or skin cannot say that this object is not orange. Similarly, Vedanta is pramana. My relationship is with that pramana. That is where Shraddha plays its role in the context of the knowledge.
Yeah, I just a small little episode. Huh? So pramana means of knowledge. The sadhan for gaining knowledge. That is pramana, right? So in Vedanta, later on it will come maybe, we say that knowledge is as per the object. It doesn't allow for your interpretation. That's why Swamiji said, so we call it as knowledge is vastu tantram. That means it is centered on the object. It is as per what the object is. Okay. Now, so knowledge is vastu tantram. It is centered on the way the object is. You don't have the choice of interpreting. So if your eyes are telling you it is orange, this is orange, it is orange. If your ears are telling you with reference to sound, that is what you regard as knowledge. Now look at what Vedanta says. Vedanta says you are Brahman. So when Vedanta is saying you are Brahman, and if Vedanta is a means of knowledge, then Vedanta is pointing out to you, you are Brahman. Here, what is the implication if it is a means of knowledge? That you are Brahman, that you is not dependent upon your interpretation of you are Brahman. That is called knowledge. It is Vastu Tantram. That means you are Brahman. I don't know how to explain this, you are Brahman and nothing else. Iti. Because it is centered exactly on how you are. So, this is not a knowledge you can get from anywhere else. These are words, that's why it's so important to understand that Vedanta is a means of knowledge. Cannot get this anywhere else. Only these words of Shastra are pointing out such a, revolutionary thing. That you who think that you are the body and the mind, you are Brahman. And therefore that knowledge is in keeping with what you are. When Shastra is pointing out you are Brahman, that is knowledge which is in keeping with what you are exactly as you are. Okay. So that's a huge implication of pramana, that Vedanta is a pramana. Okay. So this is what happened when I was listening to, I could not understand much what was happening in the class when I initially went. But we were in Brahma Sutra somewhere. I went to those classes first, I didn't know what on earth was happening in the class, but I would go and sit. Shraddha to bahut tha. And then this sentence came, knowledge is Vastu Tantram. And something I had heard, knowledge is Vastu Tantram, the truth is one alone, and knowledge is Vastu Tantram. And I said, my God. So the implication of it reached me, that the truth is one alone. But I am seeing everything is different. That means what is my knowledge? My knowledge is error. And I believe everything is different. That means what I know is error. That understand, something clicked inside, that, oh, I have to find out. If this is true, what they are saying, that knowledge is as per the object, I could not object to that. I could see the truth of that. And therefore, I must find out. बहुत बड़ा एक force हो गया मेरे life में. Only that one sentence, knowledge is Vastu Tantra. Now it's Anita's turn. Trust in the word. Any doubt about this?
No, Guru.
So Swamiji says here, my relationship with that pramana And this is where Shraddha plays its role in the context of knowledge. Yeah, that we trust that Vedanta is a pramana. It is a means of knowledge. Okay.
Trust in the words and the teacher.
And
All of these values of Vairagya and so on are being taught to us in the context of knowledge. How do I gain the knowledge? By exposing myself to the teaching. In what form does the teaching come to me? It comes in the form of the words of the scriptures. Since I do not yet have enough maturity or intellectual development to directly understand what the scriptures say, I need the agency of the teacher. Nigma Acharya Vakyeshu. The Nigma, words of the Upanishads, are communicated to me by an Acharya, a competent teacher who knows how to handle those words and unfold what the scriptures reveal. Inasmuch as we do not have direct access to the Upanishads, access comes through the teacher. This is why they are mentioned together. Implicit faith in the words of the scriptures and the teacher. Basically, the words of the scriptures are the pramana. But as we said, even to understand one verse of the Bhagavad Gita, one must understand all 700 verses, since every verse has a connection to every other verse. Because we don't have that facility, we go to a person who knows all the verses. The right teacher is the one who can unfold the meaning of each verse in the right context. This does not mean merely scholarship. Scholarship may be there, but what is important is consistency. What the teacher unfolds must be consistent with the vision of the scriptures. He brings out the vision of the scriptures by unfolding the words of the scriptures. We trust that the teacher knows his job and that the way he is unfolding and communicating is the way it is. That he is true to the scriptures. That is the benefit of doubt we give to the teacher. First, there is trust in the Upanishad, and second, there is trust in the teacher, who is our link between ourselves and the Upanishad. Therefore, Shraddha is usually defined as Nigma Acharya Vakyeshu Vishvasaha. Vishvasaha. An implicit faith in the words of the scriptures as well as the teacher. That is why the word bhakti is used. Bhakti means devotion. Because there is a teacher, the verse conveys that the word Shraddha also involves reverence for the scriptures and the teacher. This creates the right attitude in my mind, which we call surrender. It makes my mind receptive, just as it is receptive towards the information given to me by my organs of the perception. In perception, there is no resistance, no doubt, no questioning. Similarly, in my mind, there is absence of resistance. There is absence of resistance when I am listening to the teacher. There is no doubt about the truthfulness of what the teacher is saying. So beautiful.
very nice. Eh? And I think this is not, this is unambiguous. No? Problem is not there. Saroja aunty, let's wait for her to come back. Her phone has gone off. Maybe her charge is gone or whatever.
Hello.
उनकी चार्ज चली गई होगी शायद, या
नहीं, चार्ज तो बहुत था।
अच्छा, नेट का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है
नहीं, नेट
कि भूल से हो गया होगा, तो आने दो।
so I can go and help. Hello?
Can help her? Yeah. She can just simply come and sit with you. Auntie can come and sit with you. Huh? You are muted. Ah, wow. Success. Auntie, आस्ते चलो. हाँ. Yes. Okay, now it is Uncle's turn. I think this was easy to understand, or was there any difficulty in understanding it?
No, it is easy to understand, I think.
Yeah. So now Uncle's turn. Study of the Shastra requires an open mind.
Study of Shastra requires an open mind. This kind of Shraddha is not required for learning the sciences. When I go to the professor of chemistry or physics, I have a clean slate, so to speak. I have no preconceived notion about what physics and chemistry teach, and thus I have an open and receptive mind. But here, the subject matter is the self, about which I have all kinds of opinion and conclusion and complexes, so I do not go to the teacher with a clean slate. I already have an opinion about myself, which brings about an opinion about the world, which in turn produces an opinion about Ishvara. Each one of us has an opinion or conclusion about who I am, what the world is, and what Ishvara is. Nobody can escape from these conclusions or opinions or complexes. Whether a person is educated or uneducated or has listened to Vedanta or not, everybody has an opinion about himself, because we are born with ignorance and a wrong perception about ourselves. Everybody has a wrong opinion about who he or she is. That is one thing. Secondly, my opinion about the world is shaped by my opinion about myself. The way I perceive the world is determined by the way I perceive myself. Lastly, the way I perceive Ishvara is determined by the way I perceive the world. Therefore, I already have opinion or conclusion about myself, about the world, about Ishvara, and about the subject matter of Vedanta. Yet, what we need while listening to the teaching is an unbiased, receptive, open mind. I am bound to have opinion about myself and the world, but I should be willing to subject those opinions to the scrutiny of reasoning. When the scriptures and the teacher give me reasoning, I use that reasoning to scrutinize my own opinions. When I find that a given opinion or conclusion is not right, I am willing to let it go because it is ignorance.
Yes.
Ignorance is not a tangible thing. In fact, ignorance is something that we infer. Nobody sees ignorance, but the fact that my opinion about myself, the world, and the Ishvara are totally wrong means I do not know who truly I am. So, ignorance is something that is inferred based on my present wrong understanding that I should be willing to let go of what is wrong. That is called shedding ignorance in the light of knowledge. Knowledge is revealed by scripture and teacher, and if I am not opinionated or biased, I receive that information with an open mind.
Yeah. So this is all very, very nice. I also find it very interesting. Recently, I attended a meeting. Okay, I have another group of people. So I attended a meeting on grief. So there was one girl who was having a very, she has both her lungs are, become very small. I forget what her condition is, but they have shrunk. Such a big lung has shrunk to this much, and she is 24 into 7 on oxygen and quite young. So her belief, because of the hardship she is going through, her opinion about herself is that she is a victim of circumstance and that there is no God. Or if there is a God, that God is very cruel. So this is what Swamiji means, we have an opinion about ourselves, we have an opinion about the world, and then we form an opinion about God also. Okay? Similarly, there was another girl who was a very devout Christian, but she went through terrible hardship in her childhood. She was sexually abused and whatnot, all kinds of things happened to her. So now she has also come to this belief. There is no such thing as God. Things happen and you have to move on. So she has also formed a strong belief like that. Okay? Very strong. You can't do anything, who am I to anyway question their beliefs? It's okay, whatever they have. But I'm just pointing out that this is how we have an opinion about ourselves. Then, for example, if I am a victim, then the world can't be trusted. And if the world also can't be trusted, God also can't be trusted. Yeah, so that is how opinions get formed about ourselves, individual, and then the world, and then Ishvara. Okay. Now Sarojanti's turn, giving benefit of doubt. I think we have reached, no, I think we should let go now. Okay? We can start next time. It's not too much because last time also Sarojanti didn't get turn. No? Little bit we can do. We are at 1753.
Yeah, आपका you are muted. You are muted.
Sarojanti
Now it is open. Now it is open. Nice. You want to read or let it go and next time?
Next time we can start from
So I'm
Mrs.
asking Saroj Aunty, Anita, not you. Huh?
No,
Saroj
no.
Aunty, do you want to read? Next time we can start with Saroj Aunty. Okay.
I'm saying that.
That is better.
That's a good idea. Saroj Aunty, are you okay or do you want to read?
I'm okay. I can.
Okay, then you read at least one paragraph.
That is giving the benefit of doubts to the teacher. We are not saying here that you should simply accept what the teacher tells us. Example, expect you to simply swallow what you are. You must scrutinize what you learn from the teacher, meaning don't accept it without understanding. What is important is not acceptance, but understanding. If you accept something, accept it only after understanding. Optional, what you are listening to to, and then if you think that it is, accept it. If you think it is not okay, however, reject it. Instead, maintain the attitude that presently I do not understand what the teacher is saying. I will just set it aside for future and maybe later on I will understand it.
Yes, that's the way. Later on, maybe I will understand it. A lot of this is required.
So, this
Yeah.
is the thought giving the benefit of doubt to the teacher that he knows what he's talking about and maybe I don't it. It is questioning my opinion rather than questioning what the teacher says. Important. When I question my opinion and subject to it the scrutiny or reasoning, I have the opportunity to realize that I have taken things for granted. It is not that I have arrived at my opinion because of some reasoning, although some kind of emotional, impulsive reasoning may be there. As children, we have drawn so many conclusions based upon child reasoning. Now that I am a mature adult, I have to subject those conclusions to the scrutiny of reasoning and realize that they don't make sense. When I discovered that my conclusions are validated by this reasoning, I am willing to learn. If this process does not take place in the mind, no knowledge comes, it does not come just by listening. One is listening to the teacher, even though the listener seems to be not doing anything. He is still not within this mind.
Yes, Auntie. Very well read.
Okay.
Very nice. Very well done. So such nice things Swamiji said. Give benefit of doubt to the teacher, trusting that the teacher knows what the teacher is talking about. And initially when I was with Swami Viditamanandaji, I was a big doubting Thomas. So Swamiji would tell me all these things face to face. I would say, okay, wait. I would have so many questions. I was very young also. So Swamiji would say, wait, it will all get unfolded, you wait. And I would be very impatient, and I would have so much of doubt, and I would sometimes question him in not very nice ways. So with that, we end this and we will meet next time. Next time, I hope we'll be able to meet on a Tuesday. Yeah, because mine is Monday, Wednesday, Friday now, my physiotherapy. So we'll try to meet on Tuesday. You are muted, uncle.
On which day we are meeting?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hope to.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, hope to. Yeah. I don't know what the date is next Tuesday. So next Tuesday will
Second
be
of September.
2nd of September. I think
No,
Second
will
of-
third September, I think.
no, 2nd.
No, second.
The calendar is in front of me. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam. No, before that. Asato ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om